I'm suddenly filled with the urge to carol. Streamer mode text. I know, I don't like saying okay chat. I don't like saying chat. I don't know, it just seems really impersonal to me. That's why like if I ever get big, I'll kind of be feel sad because I remember Markiplier said this once when they did like a video for him, and that's like it's a like famous video that he cried at. Um and he said he was crying, he was because he was happy, but also because he realized that he saw his viewers as a number because there were so many of them. And I'm like, I never want that to happen. I like being personal with everyone, but yeah. So it sucks. That's why like seeing like people are like, oh, don't you want to get into like Hollow? I'm like, no, because I feel like I would lose that personal touch of like being an indie. Those teachers were right because I cannot paint the same my life. That's a sad reality of getting big. It's really impossible to give everyone the same level of attention you used to. Yeah, like and that's why like when mom yesterday somebody rated her with like 400 viewers. And she immediately fucking shut her stream off. And I know it's not because of the reason that I'm gonna say it for, but like I know she doesn't want to get big, and because she's shy, and but I also think secondly she also likes the personal touch, and like I don't know, like if 400 viewers, like I remember during my chibi debut, someone rated me with 200 people, um, and I was like, oh, this is really sick, but then I was like, I I kind of actually don't like this. Like if I could sit at a solid, I don't know, just like having people talk in my chat and just like be able to chat back with them without stream going a bazillion miles an hour, the chat stream, then I'm like, then that's good for me. I like that. Put it in slow mode. Oh, little boy with the little baby beans. Oh, you don't like me touching your little toesies, Boomy? Oh, you yawn? Do you ever stick your finger in your pet's mouth when they yawn? I just did that to Boomy, and he just like kept my finger in his mouth, just like, mother, why have you done this? Okay. Let me make myself smaller. I'll sit over here for now. I can be tiny. Look how big this cape is because I made it big on me. I don't know why I used a bunny, but I did. So, without further ado, let's talk about the pagan origins of Christmas. There's a topic in neuroscience called Dunbar's number, and it's thought to be the max number of relationships a person can maintain at once. Oh yes, I remember listening about this. Yes, I remember doing this in a psychology class. That's what attached to species who want personal touch will never really have to earn it, so as to filter those that do not care. Well, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Cause like, but like monetarily, like I would hate for someone to have to pay money just to talk to me. Like pay minimum $5 in order to get your stuff noticed. You know. German time! Oh my god, Boomy, I'm gonna squeeze your beans. Oh, these are some good beans, guys. You're missing out on good beans. Make a point redeem. Yeah, that's true. Actually, I could do that. I still want to mess around. Like after the VTube Studio update came through, I'm like, fuck, I need to fucking mess around with the redeem and like one of one of my mutuals sent me stuff about like how to do like code stuff. Well, not code stuff, but just like connect VTube Studio with redeem so like stuff happens so I don't have to manually do a freaking barrel roll every time. The point is to make the attention an opt-in, so you don't have to worry about everyone. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. All right. Sippy time. Do it. I knew it. I knew someone was gonna do it, so that's why I was just like, let me wait after I said that. Yeah. Yeah. Look how tiny I am. Okay, well, this is gonna spin the entire scene. So, hold on to your pantalones. Ah, we're in a snowstorm. We're in a snowstorm. She's going so fast. The police here. Okay, I'm dizzy. I'm gonna puke. Oh my god. That was intense, y'all. That was intense. Okay. Hi. Back to business. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. I don't have a ref sheet of this model because it's technically like not my model. I just bought it off of Etsy by Fua Fua VTuber. She has a lot of custom models that you can customize, and I like this one, so I just grabbed it. It's like $30. So I don't like, I use this model because I like the art style of it. I kind of was getting sick of my chibi model, which sucks because I spent money on it, but I like this one. This is actually a lot cheaper. The snow came from the heavens, right? Yeah, I love this art style. I hope when I get my own official model, after I finish my design contest, that I can get like an art model with the art style similar to this. I might actually ask that person to make the model for me. I don't know if they do custom, so oh my god, Boomy, I need to kiss your beans. Oh, guys, this is prime bean time. Hold on, can I show you guys? Can you guys see the beans? Oh, well, nope, you can't. It's not letting me show you the beans. Okay. Anyways, so welcome to the pagan origins of Christmas. So I'll be honest with you. I didn't grow up celebrating Christmas because of the religion I was brought up in. So I already knew about a lot of these beforehand. Because the religion that I was brought up in believes a lot of holidays and stuff are influenced by what's it called? Paganism, which is true. There's a lot of pagan pagan ritual, not like rituals and symbols influence our day-to-day lives way more than we could ever think. And Christianity, in short, kind of adopted those things, trying kind of just to please everybody, while also pushing their Christian belief systems. You don't need a custom if you become Highlander. Yeah. So, beep beep beep. So I made this slide for people who don't celebrate Christmas, whether it be for religious reasons or for cultural reasons. I know some people don't celebrate Christmas, but like Christmas is a lively mix of tradition and modern flair. You get to share presents and food. It's almost like Thanksgiving, but presents. You do acts of kindness, like people are just like really giving. We got lots of cool festive stuff, lots of singing, lots of merriment, lots of color red. Like it's evolved from a global celebration, blending a lot of different customs together from many different walks of life. So it's pretty admirable. Kind of how much has been taken over time to make Christmas what it is in today, and how people from cultures totally separate from, like, so Christmas has a lot of Roman and Germanic and Celtic influence, but even places like Japan, how they celebrate Christmas, it's very interesting to see how other countries adopt these things. But it's meant to be very inclusive, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, I've only started celebrating Christmas recently. I think it's pretty neat. Although it is it is stressful looking for gifts for everyone. Like, oh my god, I'm broke. Anyways. So this is what we're gonna talk about. So we're gonna talk about Jesus. We're gonna talk about winter solstice celebrations in Roman Catholicism, and how they adopted this celebrations into Roman Catholicism, and then Norse celebration of Yule, which is also kind of winter solstice celebrations, and then popular Christmas figures and symbols. And then look at this fucking cute Siamese cat. It's me. She just like me for real, for real. But yeah. Let's talk about the man himself. Hey, Seuss. Oh my god, my music is gone. How long is this video? It's 24 minutes. Can I get a longer one? Can we get a longer one up in here? Let me know if the music is too loud, okay? Me, me. Christmas is more like a make it how you like it holiday at this point. Very true. Very, very true. I agree with this statement. Oh, ASMR time. Okay. Let's talk about baby Jesus. Let's talk about little baby Jesus, okay? So, who is Jesus? Jesus is a popular figure in Christianity and the biblical myths, or for some people, truths. Yep. Excuse me. Commonly today, Christmas is depicted as being the birth date of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Amen. Hallowed be thy name. The kingdom come, thy will be done. Anyways, the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, heard good news and passed it on. That's how you can remember the Gospels. Books within the New Testament, the Bible, describe the birth of Jesus via immaculate conception with Mother Mary, his mommy, and Joseph. Because Joseph didn't put no baby in there. It was all God, man. It was all God. God put that baby in Mary. It was like, this is your kid, and Joseph was like, well, I guess I'll just go with it. Sure. You didn't fuck another man, right? You fucked God. Okay. Solid. Sold. Let's go. Hold on. Can I make myself baby Jesus? I am baby Jesus. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? Bye, Severin. Bye. I'll have lots of fun. Okay. So, they're visited by wise men, or magi. Although nobody really knows how many wise men actually showed up, but they brought frankincense, gold, and myrrh, which are symbols of like divinity and other stuff that I can't remember right now. But yeah, so people usually just assume it was 3 wise men that showed up to give these gifts to Jesus, which is another thing why people bring gifts in Christian Christmas beliefs. But even the Bible describes that Jesus couldn't have been born around this time, so what's the true origin of December 25th? Because in the Bible, let me see if I can find the actual scripture real quick. In the Bible, it actually describes that when Jesus was born, shepherds were out with their flocks, with their flocks of sheep. So Joseph, the original cook. So if that was the case, it wouldn't have been around the time that Jesus wouldn't have been born around this time, because around December 25th, in Israel or Bethlehem, the flocks wouldn't have been out at that time. But so let's find out the real reason for the selection of that date, because it's not Jesus' birthday. Jesus was probably honestly born in like September. Jesus was probably a fall baby. Jesus was probably a Virgo. Homie was not a Capricorn. Homie was not an Aquarius. So let's talk a little bit about Saturnalia and Sol Invictus. What is that? What am I talking about? Let me know. What is this bitch talking about? So Christmas is inspired by traditions of the Romans, Celtics, Norse, and Druids, and more. All those people are pagan, or deemed pagan. At the time, all these different groups shared one big celebration that just happened to fall around Christmas time, modern day Christmas time, mind you, the winter solstice. So like Sozin's Comet is coming in the winter solstice. Little Avatar reference for you. December 25th, now recognized as Christmas Day, was strategically chosen to coincide with these pre-existing festivities. So keep in mind, Roman Catholics conquered a lot of modern-day Europe the Holy Roman Empire. Religion was a big basis of people's lifestyles. If you want to keep the people happy, you gotta mix the two. So they merged their their pagan holidays and made it into a Christian holiday, so that they didn't feel bad when they're celebrating it. Essentially, really, because they'd be like, okay, yeah, no, it's Christian. We're not celebrating pagan stuff. It's Jesus' birthday. The Pope said so. Well, so one notable influence is the Roman festival of Saturnalia, a week-long celebration dedicated to the agricultural god Saturn. And this usually took place after the 25 days, I believe, of Sol Invictus, which is his birthday, who I believe was like called the Undying Sun. During Saturnalia, social norms were temporarily set aside, so like class systems and all that. And spirit of revelry prevailed. Wait, I can start talking normal. I realize I've been still doing kind of ASMR. So gift giving, feasting, and merrymaking are all central themes of this festival, reflecting themes that would later become integral to Christmas. So, yeah, like I said, to make everybody happy, they merged multiple holiday systems into one thing, so that people wouldn't feel bad if they celebrated, but also keep people happy and not turning against the church. The church! The church! Excuse me. So this is a comment. Yeah, if we grew up divorced household, it would have been the same. The church. So a little bit more into some influences of Christmas. I want to talk, because a lot of pagan holidays, or like holidays, modern day holidays influenced by pagan stuff, is from Norse mythology or Germanic mythology, interestingly enough. So Norse Yule, an ancient winter solstice festival, like we talked about, a lot of things coincided with the winter solstice because the days were getting longer, so people wanted to celebrate that. Celebrated the Norse and Germanic peoples, significantly influenced modern Christmas traditions. Yule customs, including the use of evergreen trees. What does that remind you of? Christmas trees? Christmas trees? In the Yule log, have endured in contemporary celebrations, emphasizing nature, light, and festive traditions. They would burn the Yule log to represent how the days were getting longer. Yes. The proximity of Christmas to the winter solstice echoes Yule's theme of the sun's rebirth. As Christianity absorbed pagan practices, Norse Yule became an integral part of diverse customs observed during the Christmas season today. And we'll go into a few of those kind of things that were taken from Yule, in the symbols from Yule, and how much they actually influence a lot of the stuff that we do today, in terms of like decorating Christmas trees, hanging stockings, and all that stuff. Any questions? None? Cool, let's move on. So, first person we're going to talk about is the man, the myth, the legend, Santa Claus. I look like Mrs. Claus like this. Ooh, hi Santy. Hi, So, a little bit about Saint Nick, or Santa Claus. Santa Claus, I can't do the German accent. Saint Nicholas was a 4th century Christian bishop known for his generosity. Wow, someone giving gifts? Oh, people give gifts on the winter solstice? Oh. Gradually transformed into the modern figure of Santa Claus through a series of cultural shifts and literary influences. I'm sorry, I approached this whole thing like it was a fucking book report, so bear with me. So Dutch settlers brought the tradition of Sinterklaas to United States, which evolved into Santa Claus. In the 1823 poem A Visit from St. Nicholas and subsequent illustrations by artists like Thomas Nast contributed to shaping Santa's familiar image as a jolly, rotund figure with a sleigh and reindeer. The commercial influence of Coca-Cola, surprisingly, Coca-Cola, the capitalistic powerhouse of the 1930s with the rise of soda pop, further solidified his modern portrayal. Because Saint Nick, normally depicted, obviously was a saint. He was just a guy. He just wanted to give to people. He gave to the poor. He gave to the less fortunate. He was just a good guy. And so they took the saint from Germanic and Dutch lore, and they adopted it in Europe, in the States. So yeah, that is Santa the Claus. So he has nothing to do with Jesus. No, I remember growing up and I'm like, what does Santa have to do with Jesus? But okay, he's just a guy. He's just a saint. He's just a Saint Nick. He be hitting that Nick, the nicotine. No. Oh my god. Occult is partially responsible for modern Santa Claus. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Oh, hi, Andy. Hi. My boy St. Nicholas beating up the Aryan heretics for giving gifts to the poor. Yeah, what was also cool about Christmas is that, like I said in my last slide, it set aside a lot of like class disputes and like race issues, and like it was a time for everybody just to give, no matter who you were, regardless of where you came from, and like give stuff to the poor. Like usually the poor will look down on and all that stuff, the needy and the infirmed. So Santa and Saint Nick, same dude, was just like, you know what, fuck it all, I'm gonna give to them, and I'm gonna be giving out presents to everybody and be pulled by reindeer, apparently. My mom is texting me, hold on. Mother, she's like, are you alive? I haven't heard from you in a couple days. Yes, my fire alarm went off. I burned to death. Oh my god, let me take a sippy sip. Sippy time. That's some good pumpkin spice latte. And guess what? You know I'm from New England because it's fucking iced. It's iced latte, bruv. It's an iced latte. Hi. Anyways. So Krampus. So Krampus is another figure within what's it called? Folklore and Christmas myth. And also a very positive, he's the one who inspired the Grinch. So I love the Grinch. I love the Grinch movie. It's probably one of my favorite Christmas movies besides Elf. So he's a guy that kind of looks like a demon. He's actually, you know what's funny is Krampus isn't really a bad guy. He's actually like friends with Saint Nick, and he just goes and he just, if you've been a naughty kid, you go in his sack, and that's it. Then I think he eats you or something, or beats the shit out of you. I forgot to put like where the coal stuff comes from. I should have done that. Why people get coal. Maybe I'll search that up later. I knew I was missing something. But yeah, Krampus is a mythical creature, or is he? Originating from Alpine folklore, particularly in Austria and Germany, often portrayed as a horned demonic figure. I like how I'm standing here. I am Krampus. Well, Krampus is said to be the companion of Saint Nicholas. While Saint Nicholas rewards well-behaved children with gifts, Krampus is believed to punish naughty children during the Christmas season. That's why you gotta be good. He's making a list and he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out if you're naughty or nice, man. The tradition of Krampus is often observed in some European regions, parades and events featuring individuals dressed as the fearsome creature. Yeah. He's like, it's another thing that's kind of been woven into kind of Christian Christmas beliefs, is like Krampus is like the devil, and Saint Nick or Saint Nicholas or Santa Claus is kind of like Jesus, and like those representations, everything's very loosely based off of each other. It can be quite confusing, to be honest with you. Just saw my dad dressed up as Santa for when he drove the school bus for the kids. Oh, that's cute. German children's folklore is extremely twisted in general. Yes. Krampus is one of, if not the most kind German folklore creatures punishing children for, yeah. He's like, he's really helpful for parents. He just punishes bad kids, and so they learn to be good. When I was in high school, I took German, and the representation of Krampus was whack as shit. Yeah, I was looking at pictures of him. He's scary as fuck. Scary dude. Alright, let's talk more about Christmas trees. Christmas trees! So, look at that. Look at my little Christmas tree. It's supposed to be animated, but it's not. It doesn't matter. It's fine. So, as Christianity spread and adopted local customs, the practice of decorating evergreen trees became intertwined with Christmas celebrations. Like we talked about with Norse Yule. They would decorate evergreen trees because evergreen was seen as a very important plant and tree. Became intertwined with Christmas celebrations. In the 16th century, German Christians are credited with bringing decorated trees into their homes during the Christmas season. Over time, Christmas tree tradition evolved and spread globally, becoming a central symbol of the festive season. I couldn't afford a Christmas tree this year, so I literally have like a plant, probably the size, I'm gonna say a fake pine tree the size of your computer screen. Diagonally. And that's just sitting on my counter with one little sad pine cone and fake snow on it. But yeah, so even the Christmas tree is not a Christian symbol. It is a Norse and Germanic symbol, and it was brought by German immigrants. And usually people will decorate, like, will symbolize the star on top of the tree as the star that one of the stars that guided the three magi to Jesus, to baby Jesus, when they were searching for the new king of the Jews. Everything's all tied together. How they wove that shit in is genuinely a miracle to me. Hell yeah. Krampus parades, that'd be sick. I don't want to do a Krampus parade. That's cute and not very cat punching safe. German parents to their kids, if you don't finish all your food, das Hovernstimmelfong will visit you during the night. Very German folklore is like when I was doing research for me and Mon's Germanic folklore stream, the deep dive, although we got very distracted, like the Brothers Grimm were German, and a lot of their original fairy tales are very dark and twisted, and so are a lot of the Disney movies, which are based off of the Grimm's fairy tales, have really dark and twisted origins. It's all very, very fascinating. It was great. Hi, Polly. It was pretty great. All right, let's talk about stockings. I actually learned about this myself today because I always wondered why people hung stockings, or like what was the significance of that. So the tradition of hanging stockings over the fireplace has blended with both Christian and pagan influences. The well-known legend of Saint Nick secretly gifting gold to a poor family by dropping it down the chimney and into stockings is a Christian narrative that contributed to the custom. On the pagan side, ancient Norse and Germanic traditions involved hanging stockings or similar items by the fireplace during winter solstice celebrations, with the belief that benevolent spirits such as like Freya or Odin or Balder would leave gifts. The merging of these influences over time has resulted in the widespread tradition of hanging stockings over the fireplace to be filled with gifts. I don't have a fireplace, although I know some of people in my building do, so I don't have anything to hang over. I don't even have wait, I do have Christmas socks. I should have worn my Christmas socks when I did this. Fuck. But yeah, so it was thought that like St. Nicholas would just drop stuff down and stuff your stocking for gold for the poor. I wish somebody would stuff my stocking with gold. That'd be pretty nifty. Sorry I was late. It's okay. I love the Brothers Grimm movie too, live action. Oh, I haven't seen that in so long. Oh, I have to watch that again. God damn. I also looked up the wreath because I knew the wreath symbolized like infinity and stuff, because the circle usually represents infinity. But yeah, wreaths originated in ancient pagan traditions such as Rome's Saturnalia, like we talked about, and Celtic winter celebrations. And keep in mind, it's usually a woven bow of evergreen, um, symbolizing good fortune and enduring nature of life, and like the coming back of the sun, and how like stuff always starts over, just like the cycle of life. It's always one circle. Life is but a circle. A circular shape denoting eternity was common across various cultures. As Christianity spread, wreaths seamlessly transitioned into Christmas, signifying God's eternal love and hope through Christ, which is quite sweet, actually. I actually like that. I didn't know that sentiment about Christian wreaths. Today, Christian wreaths with roots in both pagan and Christian symbolism adorn homes as festive decorations. I didn't get a wreath this year. My mom likes to make wreaths, which is funny. She would make wreaths every year, but not because, like I said, I didn't grow up. I didn't grow up celebrating Christmas, but like they always looked like Christmas wreaths. And then knowing my mom was weaving these pagan circular eternity wreaths was quite amusing. I have to burp.
No.
Ah, kill me. Ah. Oh my god, I stopped breathing for a second. What the fuck? What the hell? Very nice. Hello then, Ouroboros. Exactly. Hi, Polly. Let's talk about mistletoe. I like learning about the mistletoe, because I'm like, why do people kiss under the mistletoe? Well, I'm gonna tell ya. This is why. This is where this comes from, okay? Wow, look at that. Look at all these Norse symbols. I wonder how. So, in Norse mythology, mistletoe was associated with the goddess Frigg, who had a son named Balder. Oh, someone that I mentioned that will leave stuff in your stocking. Wow. According to the myth, mistletoe was the only plant that didn't promise to not harm Balder, because Balder was like the golden sun, and all of the Norse deities were like, none of us will hurt you, none of us will hurt you. And then mistletoe was hiding. It was like, I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna say nothing. And he was eventually killed by an arrow made of mistletoe. The tale is one of the sources for the tradition of kissing under the mistletoe, as it was later associated with love and reconciliation, because I believe Balder is also the Norse god of love. And I think he also ended up like forgiving the mistletoe or whatever. The mistletoe was sad. I don't know. I'll have to look up that. Look it up yourself. Okay, I was working on this for 3 hours this morning. All right, do it yourself. But yeah, so that's why people kiss. I think it's also the kiss to remember Balder, and like, well, obviously that's not why it's represented today. People just use it as a cute little gag, but I'm pretty sure that's why they did before. to recognize his being killed by that, and being like, oh, god of love. Mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Mwah. But very cool, right? Isn't that interesting? Why we kiss under a murder weapon? Yeah, I'm gonna hold on. Now I'm gonna look this up for my own. Why did I think Loki convinced Mistletoe not to do it. So not agree to. Oh yeah, mistletoe is not allowed in church? What? Kill Balder. Not Baldy. Norse gods' dreams tend to be prophetic. Frigg demands that every creature and object in existence swear not to harm Balder. However, she does not ask this of mistletoe, a plant so harmless and innocuous that it could never harm him anyway. Oh, treacherous Loki was jealous, so he disguised himself as a woman and discovered from Frigg that the mistletoe had never given an oath not to harm Balder. He held an arrow made from mistletoe, and during the games, which is like people also play games during Christmas, he gave it to Balder's blind brother Hodor, and tricked him into shooting him. Oh no. Balder's death sets into motion the events of Ragnarok, and the Viking gods return from hell after Ragnarok. Balder is a beautiful god, beloved of Frigg, and is often described as the Viking god of light and goodness. Why do we but why do we kiss? Why do we kiss? Who didn't cry for Balder? Dun 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 dun. Hell promised to release Balder from the underworld if all objects alive and dead would weep for him. All dead except a giantess, Puck, who refused to mourn the slayed god. Oh shit. To Reddit. Da, 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 da. Okay. But he started premonitions of his demise. Freya and Odin did not want their child to be harmed, so Freya, or Frigg, went around to everything in existence and secured an oath from each thing that would not harm Balder. As a test of this, the gods all gathered around and began throwing items at him as a game, like rocks and sticks. Loki asked Freya, or Frigg, if she had gotten an oath from every single thing, and she's made the mistake of telling him that she believed mistletoe was too innocent and the oath would be pointless. Loki, always up for some mischief, retrieved a branch of mistletoe and asked the blind god Hodor to throw it at Balder. So he did and pierced Balder's body, killing him. Jesus Christ. God of War adapted this the game adapted the story more than straight up retelling it, of course. Loki unintentionally okay, hold on. We're not gonna spoil stuff. Why do we kiss under mistletoe? Pop, pop, pop. Because the plant's association with fertility. Fester of Saturnalia. And later in marriage ceremonies. Ah, okay. And peace. Okay. Norse mythology. Mistletoe plant was a sign of love and peace that was used for murder. After his death, she vowed that mistletoe would kiss anyone who passed beneath so long as it... Oh, okay. After Freya lost her son, the god Balder, to an arrow made of mistletoe, she vowed that mistletoe would kiss anyone who passed beneath so long as it was never again used as a weapon. Interesting. Frigg declared the mistletoe a symbol of love and vowed to plant a kiss on all those who pass beneath it. Oh, okay. So there is different pagan roots to this. That is so interesting. We learned something together, everybody. That's so cool. The stream sounds dangerously Reddit. Well, I did just look at one for God of War stuff or stuff. Classic Loki. I love Loki. Although he could be something, but yeah. Y'all want to smooch under the bloody knife. Baldur's possible Jesus allegory. Yes, since he will come back within the last two humans after Rack. Yeah, that's true. Yes, yeah. He's also a god of like light and goodness, which is reminiscent of Jesus. A lot of different biblical figures, Christian figures, Norse figures, Greek figures, so many different mythological figures all have parallels. It's so fascinating. That's why what I love so much about religion. Yep, the last two God of War games explore Norse mythology. Yeah, I played I'm playing through Ragnarok and the one before that. Those people find a good excuse to kiss. But yeah, that's that. So, that was fun. That was my little presentation. Merry Christmas. Beep, beep, beep. I'm like the Pixar thing. Boing, 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 boing. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays. No matter how you celebrate, whether it be Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, I don't know any others. I'm sure there's some if you're celebrating the winter solstice. I'm actually debating whether or not if I should do a ritual for the winter solstice. But yeah, that was that. I hope you guys enjoyed. But just know, everything has a pagan origin to it. Because it's just what makes up our history and our culture. Before people found Christian God, they had other gods. The old gods. The old gods. Never forget. Never forget the old gods. Because they know you. They know you very well. Yeah. Occult rinnanoe? Hi, Merry Christmas. That was good. Thank you. I was reading that Christmas tree itself is supposed to be a commemoration of Saint Boniface, spelling donors. Oh, I didn't know that. See, like there's so many, like there's saint stuff. Like I don't know a lot about saints themselves, but there's also a lot of mythology surrounding saints. Old gods in Christian lore just demons, real but demons, Dante. Yeah, very true. Very true. I like, for example, one of my favorite, as someone who was raised in a Christian religion, but then like leaving and stuff, one of my favorite rats is that the Old Testament God and the New Testament God are actually two different gods because they act very different. Like Old Testament God, man. Old Testament God hated everybody. Old Testament God just smited everyone left and right. New Testament God was like, yeah, I want to save everybody. Here's my son. Here's Jesus. Here's my Holy Spirit. Old Testament God, smited, get smited, destroyed, flood, destruction, Sodom and Gomorrah.